What is up, y'all? It's your boy Ghost in the Zone 1 live from the 210 all day, every day. And I got a little different video going on right now. So I'm gonna be doing like a little deck breakdown, or a little, I guess that's what you call it, like a little deck breakdown. I don't get to play as much as I want to, but I really think this deck is neat. I think you guys might need to prepare for it, and if you guys haven't prepared for it already, maybe you guys want to understand how the deck works, how to play it, how it's going to play in the future with maybe future sets and everything. I want to keep doing this a little bit more. You guys probably have seen it if you guys tune into my Twitch streams. I haven't done it recently, but if you guys tune into a lot of my older Twitch streams and everything, you guys see I will try to break down stuff before they're even good in the first place. I know this deck, it might be a little bit harder because I think there's been some buyouts, and that's gonna be an issue in the future. But I have the deck. I've been testing it for a while and everything. I felt like the deck was gonna get pretty good with a lot of the support that's been announced, and I just want to make this video just to inform y'all a little bit, just to hype y'all up, bring some hype to the deck. And I think it looks pretty. Not only does it look good, it feels pretty good. But anyways, I'm gonna get to the video, and you guys tell me if you guys think I'm crazy or I'm wrong, I'm dead wrong, and let me know what y'all think about the deck I'm about to be showcasing for today. Alrighty, y'all, so the deck I'm gonna be showcasing a little bit today is Memento. I really enjoyed the deck. I think it's pretty fun, it's pretty cool. I really wanted to use this during the San Antonio regionals. I was not able to, because not only did I have family show up like last minute, I had to help out and everything. I also got like super sick. If you can't tell my voice, I'm low-key dying, but it's fine. And I never get sick, which is the crazy thing. But yeah, so I'm gonna be breaking down this deck. Let me know what you guys think. We'll get started on a little deck profile real quick. So it's 41 cards. This is the first deck where I play where it's not like 40. I don't know. It's just I've wanted to cut down more, but I think this is like perfect. So we're gonna start off with the combined creation. So this is the boss monster deck, by the way. I don't know why the camera's like weird. I don't know. But combined creation, he's the boss monster of the deck. He's the ultra rare. I think he comes in as a QCR and a what's the other one? A CR. Should be cheap. Shouldn't be too expensive. But so he's the main boss monster. Basically, if you have 5 mementos in hand or engraved, you shuffle them back. It's specials, Cyber Dragon style. So if he's the only monster on your side of the field, he's able to attack all of your opponent's monsters once each. 5k attack, 5k defense. Pretty strong. He's a what? 4, 8, 12, level 12 monster. I guess maybe that comes up. I have no idea. Earthworm. That's gonna be weird. Some people try to play floodgates. I mean, the one of floodgates that sometimes come up. It really doesn't affect us too much. Oh, it has this other effect. Once per turn, if your opponent activates a card or effect, special summon memento from your hand or graveyard, this comes up. The only bad thing I don't like about it is it triggers like the triple tactics, triple thrust, stuff like that. But what deck doesn't now, especially with like the big synchros that negated effects like that, they're gone. But this pretty much gives you setup for the next turn, and I'll explain why. So, I'll just put this out. Next, triple memento anguish. By the way, like most of these ratios, that they're like this for a reason. There's no reason like to play 2 of or 1 of. No, this is a 3 of. On summon, add a memento monster from your deck to your hand, except itself. Its second effect is pretty cool. So you target a level 2 or lower memento in your graveyard, you destroy 1 memento monster you control, and if you do a special summon the targeted monster, so pretty much a monster reborn for the smaller ones that we use in the deck. Then we have Dark Blade, triple Dark Blade. You need it, it's a must. On normal or special summon, this one's different. Discard a memento card from your hand. Target a spell or trap your opponent controls, destroy it. So cool. Easy back row removal. It's a level 4 Dark Warrior. Which is level 3 Dark Spellcaster. Everything's like a little bit different. We don't have that many darks. Well, a lot of them are different attributes. During your main phase, destroy a memento monster you control, and if you do, special summon a level 3 or lower memento from your deck. So pretty much you normal summon this, you get Anguish. Anguish is still a starter. Both of these are the same starter. It just depends like which one you want to open. If you need more bodies, if you know your opponent's playing a lot of hand traps, you can go Dark Blade, try to bait out everything. And then I don't know, maybe if you have another way to get out Anguish besides Dark Blade, you're able to play around hand traps like that. Also kind of a starter. Momentalin. Tatsuno Toshigo. I have to say it slowly because it's freaking weird. This is the Earth level 5. It special summons itself. You have to activate it in hand to special itself. You can only special it if you have either no face-up monsters or monsters that are only Memento monsters. So this one's like really broken. So it's destroy a Memento monster you control. Send any number of Memento monsters with different names from your deck to the graveyard, whose total levels are less than or equal to the destroy monster's original level. So pretty much, summon this, activate effect, pop itself. You can send. I usually send around 3 monsters, and that right there is already 4 monsters to the combined creation, and you're just one body away from just getting your boss monster out. So pretty crazy. So pretty much, yeah, these are automatic Doritos no matter what. So the ones you're sending with Tatsuno Toshiko is Momentalin Mace, Momentalin Gaddock, Momentalin Goblin. So I'll break these down real quick. Mace is probably the best one. She's the one I want to like sometimes bump up, but usually if you open the smaller ones in hand, you have to find a way to like, basically you have to open more like different cards or cards that aren't one-ofs, like your starters, like the Anguich, or pretty much don't want to open these. If you do, you might need a little bit more help playing around hand traps. Mace is probably the best one out of the 3. You can destroy a Memento monster you control, and if you do, add a Memento card from your deck to your hand. So this gives access to a field spell. You have a fusion. You have other like traps you want to get. I pretty much use this to get the searchable fusion for the deck. You can special summon this off of Anguich, so you can send this from deck to grave with the horse. Then use Anguich effect, get this back out, and then you start like looping and going crazy. Also, on your opponent's turn, as opponent's quick effect, target if you have the combined creation out on the field, you target your opponent's monster. It change of hearts. You take it 100%. Momentalin Gaddock. If it's normal or special summon, target a Memento card in your graveyard, just add it back to your hand. So you can target like maybe a fusion or another body you want in hand for some reason, or you want to extend. The plays are limitless with a lot of the combo routes. Also, if it's sent to the graveyard by a Memento monster effect, you can just special summon it. So cool. So you send this with, literally, you pop the horse, you send all these 3 because it's 4 right here. This is 4 levels right here. Cause it's level 2, level 1, level 1, and 2 darks, light, fiend, fairy. So cool. Goblin, probably it's like low-key the worst and the best one, just because during your main phase you can destroy a Memento you control, and if you just send 2 Memento cards with different names from each other from your deck to the graveyard. So sometimes you could start off plays like that. You really don't want to be summoning this like just normal summon, and then hopefully you can play around hand traps. It also is like Mace, where it has on your opponent's turn has a card effect. So quick effect, discard the card for the rest of the turn. Your opponent cannot target a Memento monster you control with card effects. So sometimes that's cool, I guess. Next up, we have Momentalin Horn Dragon. So this is like Tri-Horn Dragon for all y'all old school players. Dark level 8 Dragon. Pretty much this is the Icarus attack of the deck. You can only special summon it if you have 3 more Mementos with different names in your graveyard, so it doesn't really conflict. I used to not like this because I was like scared it was a brick. Sometimes it can be a brick because you need a lot more extenders just to get this card out. Oh, this card on the field is destroyed by a card effect. You can target 3 face-up cards on the field, including a Memento card you control, so it doesn't have to be a monster. Destroy them, and then you can only use this effect once per turn. So cool, kind of Icarus attack. Only bad thing is you gotta pop one of your own Mementos. So pretty tough. You only use it as really an extender. So this is kind of like the Spice been playing, and I feel like it's really strong. I saw some OCG lists do it. I don't know if that many TCG players are doing it. I don't know if they're topping with it or whatnot. But Shadow Falco, you guys will see why. You guys will see why. I'll explain it later. Some hand traps, at least the monster hand traps, triple Ash, triple Veiler. They feel pretty good, at least in the main deck wise. You have a lot of like extra like card space. So. Spell cards, Memento Mictlan. So this card, it's not You don't always need it, but it's always nice to see. So if your Memento monster battles, your opponent can activate any cards, spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. If a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, target one of those monsters, especially someone with a Memento monster with a lower level from your hand or graveyard. So pretty much just chains block a lot of effects, because there's times when you, if you know your opponent has like maybe, I don't know, a Veil or no, like a Ash or a Ghost Spell or something like that, you can chain this to maybe a destruction effect, and maybe you can stop some hand traps. I do it every now and then, but sometimes you have to hard draw this to activate it. Also, once per turn during the end phase, you can target a Memento spell trap in your graveyard set. That's probably the best effect out of like this whole paragraph. Next up, what we got is Momentalin Bone Party. This is pretty much I guess the Rhoda of the deck, but it's even stronger. So it's destroy one Memento monster in your hand or face a field. Take one Memento monster from your deck with a different name and either add it to your hand or special summon it in defense position. So pretty much, there's times where I summon Darkblade effect, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna Veiler it, I'm gonna impermanent. I'm like, no, Bone Party. I'm going to be able to get my effect off no matter what. Screw you. During the damage, or no, during your main phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard and target a Memento monster you control. If it attacks defense position monster this turn, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. That usually only comes up. I like using it more when I have Combined Creation out, and it's like the only one I have. I just banish, and I'm like, okay, you might have a bunch of defense position monsters, but I'm going to be able to get some damage in, potentially even kill. I'd rather keep it in graveyard and maybe recycle it with Gaddock, but that sometimes doesn't come up that much. Next up, the most broken card in the deck. Crazy that it came out as a common. Momentalin Fusion, a quick play spell card. During the main phase, fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material, including a Memento monster. So this fuses to make anything. If a monster in your possession was destroyed by card effect this turn, which is pretty easy because, you know, Anguish does that, Darkblade does that, Tatsuno Toshigo does that, you can shuffle a Memento monster from your graveyard into the deck as material. So pretty much, if something gets destroyed, you are fusing from graveyard. Pretty easy. During your main phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard, destroy one monster you control, and if you do, add one Memento spell trap from your deck to your hand. So there's times where if you can get Goblin out and you use its effect and everything, destroy it. You can send 2 of these, and if you have another body on field, you banish this from graveyard and then search the other one or search another spell or trap that you want. That's what I usually do. It's pretty cool. Sometimes if you're in a losing scenario and you have to do things like that, you gotta do what you gotta do. Next up, some one-ofs. Rhoda searches Darkblade. Doesn't it search something else? I could have swore I used it for something else. No, it's just Darkblade. Maybe like an older version I used it for something else. Called by, I mean, best way to play around hand traps is just draw the card. Called by. Tactics, I like 2. I never liked using 3. Every time I use 3, I draw multiple and my opponent never has a hand trap, so I'm like, tough. Droplet, I mean, it's broken right now. I don't see why not to use it. Triple Prosperity, help out with not bricking sometimes, or if I need like more gas, or maybe I need another body just to hard open Memento Fusion, and I don't know, something like that. It's just a consistency piece. You don't need to kill every time. Sometimes you just need to put up some bodies, and then because the deck recycles like the same play over and over, so not too hard. Next up, traps. Only run 4. The one of Cranium Burst. I feel like this is a better trap over that. I think it's Fractured Dance. That one's like another Icarus attack, but you literally don't need it, especially in this format. I feel like you don't. This one basically turns Combined Creation into a 5-mat Appaloosa. You basically, if your opponent activates a monster effect on field, so don't be trying to cheat and hit like monsters in the hand. You target your Combined Creation, it loses 1,000 attack defense, and if it does, negate the activate effect. Pretty cool. Then next up, triple imperm, and that's 41 cards. The 41st card is that Shut Off Falco. You'll see why. Extra deck wise, double Momentalin Twin Dragon, another broken card that is for some reason a common. Konami, what are you doing? Come on, man. So light, level 7, thunder. Sorry, dying. You just need 2 Memento monsters. Any monster destroyed by battle with your Memento monster is banished. You usually never get to see it because its second effect usually gets rid of this card before you can even like do that. Which is, if this card is fusion summoned, destroy a Memento monster in your hand or face the field, and if you do, add up to 2 Memento monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. Usually with the combo goes, you somehow have Anguish on field, effect get mace, mace effect, get the fusion, you get this, you summon this, effect, pop itself, you add Trihorn or the combined creation. By that point you should already have like 5 monsters, or I think it's like 6 or 7 monsters in the grave with different names, and you continue your plays from there. Also, if this fusion summon card is destroyed, you can special summon a level 6 or lower Memento monster from your graveyard, so that also gives you like more gas. So this card, broken. It's just pure gas. And it's pretty big. It's 2800 defense, 2100 defense. Did I say 2800 attack? I think I said 2800 defense, 2100 defense. 2800 attack, 21 defense. Sometimes I can't speak. So this is why we have the Shut Off Falco. We want to make El Shaddai win down on our opponent's turn. That's pretty much it. Cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Apparently a lot of people like struggle with like beating that out. It's a floodgate. It's one of the only floodgates that are still around before, like, I don't know, maybe Konami realizes it and they want to ban this too. So we'll see. Magnum the Reliever, you can sometimes make this. Combined creation is on my opponent's turn, I can summon Anguish. Anguish adds any monster I want. So sometimes I could just add and I'm able to use the 1 monster in hand to make this. Pretty cool. I guess, I mean, that's all I really want to talk about that card. Next up, the last fusion of the deck, Guardian Chimera. I sometimes want to play a second one, but usually I feel like one's enough. It's the standard fusion card now at this point. I mean, Brandon uses it now with this deck. To make the Winda package work, I use Sprite Sprin. So I just, any 2 monsters, well, any 2 monsters plus like a level, rank, or link 2 monster, you just send Shut Off Falco, it summons itself, and this is how you're able to get the Winda plays. So that's pretty cool. There's not, I don't really use Exceed monsters activated second effect, so yeah. Here's IP Masquerena. I mean, if I have like a super like stacked hand, I can sometimes make this. Maybe go into a Little Knight play, or maybe an Apple play, but that's okay. I used Lina and Dark. I have lights and darks. So I don't see why not to use it. Sometimes I want to play, what is it, Asa, the Earth Charmer, but yeah, it doesn't really come with too much. Oh, by the way, for the other fusions, you can use the Chimera Illusion fusion, because sometimes you want to hand rip opponents. Sometimes it comes up. We do have a beast, because I think the horse is a beast, so that comes up. To help out with the Charmer, Celine, Apple, Access Code, I mean, these are pretty standard. You can go into bigger boards like that. I always play Underworld Goddess, because you never know when someone has a tower and you need to out it like that. You're able to swarm the field pretty easy, so sometimes you can just make Underworld Goddess for free. By the way, check out the ultimate rare. Hopefully it looks crazy. And it doesn't look crazy because this camera is trash, even though this is the more expensive one. And the face one is like $10. Crazy. Last card, Typhon. Typhon's pretty cool. I mean, sometimes I could just normal summon and then they stop all my plays. Okay, Typhon. Let's see if you get out it. Let's see if I can continue to break the board. I guess I can go through side deck. I mean, it's pretty generic. I don't know what's even being played sometimes anymore. I mean, triple Ghost Ogre, triple Bell. I feel like these are the next best hand traps after, what is it? Ash, Valor, Imperm. I want to play Nib, but I can't. I feel like I can't. Or I feel like it's not that good. I don't know. Here's D-Barrier. Why is this so out of order? It's supposed to be true. I mean, it's spells, but Lightning Storm, Feather Duster, and it evenly. I mean, pretty simple, pretty easy. Hits everything. I like it, so no one. So pretty much that's the deck profile. I can show the combo off real quick. So pretty much all you need is just the Dark Blade, and I can go through it real quick. So pretty much it goes summon Dark Blade, effect, pop, get out, Anguish effect, summon, or gets the horse. Horse effect, special, horse effect, pop. We send to the graveyard. Gaddock, Mace, Goblin to the graveyard. I should put it like more. I'll put it over here. So this is the graveyard already. So already 5 right here. Then right here we go Gaddock effect. It's gonna special itself. Gaddock add. I like keeping these in graveyard just because sometimes you can make them and like recycle them with the twin dragon. Add back the horse. Right here we go Anguish effect, target Mace, pop itself, get Mace, Mace effect, destroy, adding any spell or any card. You get Memento fusion. This is why if you have the field spell, you already have a stronger hand because you're able to chain block certain things. But if you don't have a way to get to the fusion, you always add the fusion here. So right here we have the fusion. We go activate a card. We send Tatsuno Toshigo, and we don't have to recycle that many. Right here, we can recycle. So this is where it gets like confusing. You need Gaddock on the field, or at least a level 2, just go into the sprint play. If you send Anguish, that means you're not going to be able to get any of the hand trap ones on your opponent's turn. You go Dark Blade. Like if you keep it engraved and everything, you can go combine creation and special summon this on my opponent's turn. And then if you have like another Memento card in hand, you're able to destroy the spell or trap. So that's pretty cool. But right here, I just send back Dark Blade. I feel like you're giving up too much advantage to get that effect off. Now, since we're still fusing, you go Twin Dragon. Twin Dragon effect, pop itself, add 2. We add the Horned and the Boss, combine creation. Effect, you could special Goblin since it was destroyed. This is where things can get a little bit crazy. By the way, I'm using like those Imperium, what was it, the Pegasus sleeves? They're not bad. They're pretty cheap. They feel pretty good for the price. I don't like how like they slip up so much. I don't know if it's because it's like a fitting issue or what, but I really like their sleeves. Would I get them again? Yeah, I think I would, but I didn't know this was about to be like a sleeve like review. But let me know if y'all want to see that, because I got like 8 different sleeves like around my desk right now. But anyway, back to the combo. So we can special summon this because we have 3 different names in our graveyard. This is where things can get a little bit different. If you suspect your opponent has a nib, you can go into SP and make a smaller board. It'll be like SP and combine creation. Or you could go Goblin, pop him, adding, you can send like another fusion. What else? Well, it just depends how you want it. So at least right here, what I would do, you could chill out with this. To make it real simple, like not playing around hand traps, you link into sprint effect. Where is it? You send Falco. Falco special summons itself when it's sent by monster effect. Face down. Then right here you can go like Horn Dragon. If you want, you can just go Fusion, banish itself, pop the Horn Dragon or Sprint. Probably Sprint's probably the best bet, just to pop. And then you can add either itself, because it doesn't have to, like, it's not like, you can search yourself, basically. You can do that, or what else? Or maybe if you know you're playing against a monster heavy deck, you search the Cranium Burst. I mean, there's so many options. At least right here, I'll do that. And if you open field spell, like, the plays get like crazier. So you get the fusion. Sorry, I'm like dying. And right here, we could shuffle back 5. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3. Always shuffle back the 1-ofs and the extra deck monster. 4, 5. Cool. Shuffle these back to the deck. Extra deck. You. Special and defense don't want to play around want to play around a lightning storm. So right here we have an extra body. We could have used Goblin effect to send like multiple cards. to get like the field spell and everything. That'll be like a bigger play. Right here you just set the fusion, and we have what, maybe like 2 to 3 disruptions depending on what else you opened up in hand. This is just one card. On your opponent's turn, they activate a card or effect. You go combine creation. You summon Anguish effect to search. We get depending what you need. Mace is usually the big card I get, and then I don't know if he summons a monster or something that, or like a big combo piece or something that he truly needs, you go Mace effect, discard, target, and you change of heart it. So pretty cool. If he's gonna summon something, you just go Memento Fusion. You can just use the card you literally summon and just make like a Winda. You can go into Winda, or you need to pop more cards, you go into Chimera or anything along those lines. And I think if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, especially summon it back in defense. So literally more like fodder to fuse. And then depending on what you draw, you keep going, and you could keep looping it and everything. And at least with the Memento Fusion, if you draw the field spell, it's always going to be setting a Memento spell trap. So the deck can do a little bit of everything. It can kind of play around hand traps depending how strong the hand is. But this is pretty much what I prefer to do, at least with the Winda package. I think it's pretty strong, and I thought it was better than Voiceless. That's why, like, at least I was going to use this for regional. But we'll see. Hopefully I can keep playing it. Well, I'll probably shelf it for a bit and wait for the new cards that are coming out, because we're getting a Mystical Sheep number 2 retrain for some reason, and it's going to be a Memento card that allows us to fusion summon with a monster effect rather than just hard opening the spell. And that monster will be able to be sent with Tatsuno Toshigo, and then we're getting a new fusion that's also able to search like the field spell even easier. And I think you could do like the extra Foolish Burial shenanigans where you like send a extra deck monster from the extra deck to the graveyard, and then that will start doing plays. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think this deck will be way better in the coming days or months. So hopefully this breakdown was pretty cool, and if you guys have like other like crazy innovations, ideas for this deck, let me know. Let everybody know in the comments, or even just join my Discord, let me know and everything. I appreciate all that stuff. I love testing, I love breaking down these decks and trying to figure out what's like the best variant of stuff like this. And other than that, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all later. I love y'all so much. Stay tuned for more of the extra content, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.